Hello folks, welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 with the Skaven in Mortal Empires. So the Chaos Invasion fix has been released to public now. I don't know if there have been any other updates as far as that goes. Now, I was playing a Alberic Bartolo campaign, the one Bretonnian faction. And I've made it, I think I'm past turn 150, if not higher. And I still haven't had the Chaos Invasion hit. And if I recall correctly, I was using the same mod that I was using on this playthrough. So there's a chance that Chaos may not show up. But we'll try it. We'll see what happens. If they do, great. If not, we'll... well, we still have objectives of our own to achieve, so... Anyways, let's get started. So we got the one... We do have to do... We got Skrulk's Rod of Corruption. Now we gotta do this Liber Bubonicus thing. So, who do I want to use the Plague on? I've pretty much taken out a lot of these guys. Let's see. If I used... That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Perform this rite will instantly grant... Summon at your faction's capital. Well, let's do it. Okay, so this part's done. Then I just gotta do the actual battle. Skrulk's forces are still... building up, so it won't be right away. What does this do anyways? Wins a magic reserve, reduces the cost of plague, gives a boost to plague priest recruit rank, reduces the cost of the pestilence scheme, raises Skaven corruption, and ability the Liber Bubonicus. Causes damage to combatants, strong versus a single combatant. Okay. So that could be useful then. Alright, so since we're doing that and we have that gold mine there, I think I want to build this thing, which will increase my income from all buildings in the province. So let's start with that. Anything else that I want to do for Itza here? Public order they're fine with. So I don't think there's really too much else I want to do for Itza. Let's see, that's the Warp Forge. Let's do that one Warren thing. This thing. The Weapon Bro. We can do that. Alright. Oixel. Oh, I can't move that guy yet anyways. I don't really need to do the public order thing. Itza is there, but I'm currently at peace with them. So, who's my main target here? I think it's these guys. Oh yeah, now I remember what I was supposed to do. I want to take this Chamber of Visions. See what good things that has. Can't move that army anymore. Can't move him. Did he have to get... No, he's my campaign guy, if I recall correctly. Okay. Let's end the turn and go from there. Now, besides fixing the Chaos Invasion, if I recall correctly, I think it also... The patch also fixed a couple multiplayer bugs. Was supposed to change the way corruption worked with Marathi, but I think if Marathi still has her weapon, she'll still produce some corruption. What else? Can't recall what else there is. Yeah, I'm not going to give you the benefit of trying to have peace here. Alright, Gracier, what can we do with you? Probably that Howling Warp Gale could be useful, I think. if they have any flying units that show up.
My eyes gone, but I see. Scurry forth. Grace here. Slay things. Secrets. Spread our own. Contract the taking.
Fail. Alright, well, at least he leveled up. Okay, you I am going to position to eventually go and cause your little plague on Swatek there. Because eventually we are going to move against them. What else was I going to check around here? We got Axolotl. There was something else I wanted to check, but I can't remember what. I am hopeful that the Chamber of Visions will actually have a place for the Skaven here when they take it. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to get rid of the whole province. I mean, I think I already am planning to do that, since I don't think there's really much else down there for me to get, but, you know, hopefully there's something useful here.
Clan Pestilens is all. Horned ones, realm wakens. Silent killer, yes, yes.
Alright, can you take this guy out now?
And good, something to kill him.
And you worked. Good job, buddy.
Loyal to Clan Can. Great character.
Now, I think when I go to war with Itza again, I'm going to use that one Warlock Engineer guy. Call to arms. Your ally has been attacked. Vampire Coast. I suppose I'll help him out, since they like me pretty well. Defeat the following Lord's army. Oh, yeah, I know. Whatever.
Grace here. Doom them. Turn them to
Alright, you I am just going to have encircle right now.
for the horned rat.
They probably could win it, but I want to make sure. So, let's see what else to do for you. You have sneaky, that's a good thing. Increase your melee attack right now, I think.
Sneak, scurry. Scamper forward.
Alright, so these Death Runners and Storm Vermin Halberds and all that are good to go. I want to bring in more for them, but like right now, things are just a little iffy. So I'll continue working on this thing, build that up. Also, I wanted to check something for the heroes. And let's see, they spread corruption, they spread public order, and the whatchamacallit guys, the warlock engineers, do boost income. Okay, so I want to get one of those guys when I'm able to. I want to get one of them over in Itza, sort of position him to help out there. What else do I gotta do for here? Let's see, you do unlock a warlock engineer. That unlocks a capacity for it. Okay, so 11,250 is what I need. And hooray, Mazdamundi has another Slan Mage Priest with him. It's not going to help him any, but gives me another target to have my Skaven go off and eat. Uh-oh. No, my little buddies.
Battle fight. Council demands.
Raid the Temple of Tlencan. Well, that's a little out of my way, so not right yet.
Lord Skrulk. Recitator.
Okay, time to take this Chamber of Visions.
Attack.
We'll do pretty well, but I just want to make sure, so let's go in.
You die.
Alright, time to get my artillery and all that set up, and with any luck we'll be pretty good here.
Grey Seer. Clan rat spears. Our tile's yours. Echen flingers. Now, ready, now. Grey Seer. Ready! Skaven, yes, yes! God, that's an old one! Warp lightning cannon! What?
Oh yeah, they're right in range of my artillery. This is gonna be fun.
Warp lightning cannon! Eclaw!
That mage priest keeps coming back. Oh, now he's not going to be coming back anymore. And I think that's it.
Great victory. Good. Take.
All right. Let's just take a small version of the settlement. Ooh, Shield of Tolos. Missile resistance 30%. And we have a Skaven Brew. Reduces armor, but it helps attack and weapon damage and makes them immune to psychology. Well, that could be really useful on some of our lesser units that really don't have armor to begin with.
Faithful servant of decay. Let the bell scream.
Alright, Skrulk, what else to do for you? You got that Pestilent Birth to make some Plague Monks. Let's boost your Plague, because your next thing's gonna help that.
Skrulk cares not.
We'll boost this guy's missile resistance. What else?
Scent reveals nothing.
Oh yeah, I wanted to check and see if this actually has anything or not. So, it does have a Chamber of Visions that we can build. Magic item drop chance, Lord Recruit rank, a couple other things that are smaller benefits, but still benefits, so. Oh yeah, I can't build the warp turbine plant yet anyways, because I can't do that yet. 4 more turns, and I should be able to.
We are brave, mighty. priest.
You know what? Let's do that, because then we'll be able to do even more Plague Priests. Once I get Skulk's little thing. Alright, so I think the rest of this province I'm actually just going to wipe out. They're not going to do much for me, so best just to get rid of them. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure if Chaos is going to show up or not. While I was playing Bordello, let's see. Well, you know, the dwarves, as reported, have definitely branched out. So that's definitely something that I hope Creative Assembly is going to be looking at to reduce the AI dwarf impact. Both because of their confederating and just because of how their units are in auto-resolves, which are what happens between the different NPC factions. Alright, Mr. Assassin Guy, you are done. Take care of this one. Failure. Oh, come on.
All hail, horned rat. Legs, tails, move. You're in Liber Bubonicus. Move, move.
Helps if I pay attention to who has my artillery I wanted. Alright. I think I'm actually just going to take it out in one hit here.
Move, Hassan.
Adding Skrulk there just completely makes it where they're just unstoppable. Alright, let's fight this battle.
Now, ready, now. Counselors, come on. Clan rat spears. Clan rats. Ashen slingers. Hungry for battle. I am ready. Beholder of truth. Play fear.
Alright, so I am just going to have my artillery wipe out this forward section between the walls and the towers, and then my Skaven are just going to head on in. Now, one thing I do wonder, and I'll check in just a moment once this cooldown is done, is if that actually caused damage to the wall itself. If it does, that could be a very interesting spell. Alright, let's try the decked out version. So right now, the fort wall only has 14% damage. And it went up to 36. Okay, so it does do damage to it. Also, something that I haven't tried, but I'm going to test here, is if you take out a section of wall next to a section, does it make a larger entrance for your armies to get through? Or is there going to be a piece of wall open here and then it's just going to be another opening? Hopefully it'll open up this wall and I can then focus on that ancient stegodon there. Oh, hell. So there is a portion of that wall that's like in between. Oh well. Send the army in. If there's one thing I do definitely like about the Skaven, it's their artillery. They do have some really nice artillery. Probably only beaten by the dwarves.
Get them! Spells of blade! Now die!
Also, I've changed a couple things on my settings here that it seems to have definitely helped the FPS. I was on Ultra, like, standard, and then I changed it to high, and then I changed a couple other settings to Ultra. Like the textures, I changed to Ultra, and I think the unit amounts, too, are at Ultra. So, it does seem to have definitely helped, because just panning the camera here, can definitely notice a little bit of a difference on my FPS. Oh, I didn't even get to the main plaza and they already gave up. Okay, well that's good.
Thanks to my plan, victory.
Now, one recommendation I've seen on Reddit is to do a sack and then following that raise a settlement. So, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Yes, yes, Steel Lord's tax. Clan Pestilens is all.
This guy's army took some damage, but that was kind of to be expected since he had lesser units anyways.
Move, move. Dark omen.
I see 2 people watching, at least on YouTube. Hello, people watching. One of these days I'll get my Twitch stuff set up correctly and be able to monitor that better, but YouTube's been where I've focused my whole time anyway, so... Oh, what are you doing? Hi there, Tim. Alright, so you failed, that's a good thing. And this I can probably just auto-resolve now.
Kill Slay, fight Nash. Yes, yes, more virulent am I. Pox to rats.
Alright, I'm gonna use this moment to heal up these guys before I head on in.
True disciple.
Oh, hey. Thanks for the sub, Tim. Yes, I definitely recommend this for Christmas. Hopefully by Christmas all the stuff with Mortal Empires will be sorted out, the Norska will be in, and things will be very good to go.
Gracie.
Alright, what do we want to do with you? Continue with that, I guess.
Hornet Everyone knows I'm greatest.
Now, Tim, have you played the first Warhammer game?
Lord Skrulk. Clan etching, assassinating. Great corruptor.
Alright, let's see how good this spread plague thing goes anyways. Spread plague. Plague turns remaining 6. Growth and income are hit pretty substantially, actually. Now, I don't know how well this actually affects an AI, but... Ah, okay. That's cool. Yeah, the Warhammer games have, like, totally reinvigorated my love for Total War, because before this, the only campaigns that I've actually completed were with the, back in Medieval 2. I've never completed a campaign in Attila or Warhammer. Or not Warhammer. I have in Warhammer. Attila or Rome 2. Blech, don't mind me.
We are brave, mighty.
Yeah, I don't know if you know anything about Warhammer. Me, when I first got to this game, well, back in Warhammer 1, I never knew anything about Warhammer Fantasy. I mean, I knew Warhammer 40k, because I've been playing, like, Dawn of War since the first one came out back in, like, 2005-ish, I think, or something like that. So I've known the Warhammer 40k universe. Warhammer Fantasy, everything that I've seen so far, up until I started with these games, I was just kind of like, eh. So... Okay. And yeah, Rome 2 does have their little new stuff coming in, which I think the politics stuff, I mean, I haven't looked at all of it, but the politics stuff kind of reminds me of some of the, makes me wonder if some of the stuff that they've done from the work on Warhammer 2 with the High Elves are being implemented for Rome 2. Yes, yes, I know. You love me, Mr. Advisor.
A bold move.
Yes, Warhammer does have elves and orcs and dwarves, oh my. And a lot of other, well, they also have the lizardmen, who are the ones that I'm fighting now. But, they're not like the Argonian lizardmen from the Elder Scrolls. No, these guys are a little interesting. Yeah, I'm hopeful that it makes Rome 2 a little bit more interesting. I haven't decided if I'm going to check it out when it comes out or not, just because at that time I'm going to be doing all Battlefront 2 stuff. So that's what's going to be taking up a lot of my time. And then probably after that, I'll be going back into this. Hopefully Norska will be ready to go and that sort of thing.
Unlock the gates. Loyal to Clan.
But yeah, comparing the heroes in this to the ones in like Rome 2, I mean, the heroes here are so nice, especially when you can take them out onto the battlefield. Yeah, I think Tomb Kings are pretty much confirmed. And as someone who's always been into Egyptian mythology, I mean, those are the ones I'm definitely looking forward to. I'll be very eager to see how they do them. I don't know if I want to spend the money or not for those guys.
No blame. Guide us, Horned One.
I guess I could.
join us as...
Well, I would say it depends on what you're suited for. I mean, you know, if you think you can take the challenge, I mean, vampires are a little bit challenging. Skaven can be really challenging, because if you go back and look at my first episodes for this Let's Play, I mean, I was getting my ass handed to me with the Skaven, because if you field an all low tier infantry force with the Skaven, I mean, they just fall apart very badly. So Skaven slaves and all that, you might think, oh, cheap units, I can use them, whatever, and oh, they're just expendable, it's not gonna hurt my army. Bad move, because I just had so many issues starting out. So ever since I've upgraded to my higher tier units, the Storm Vermin, the Plague Monk, Sensor Bearers, and all the artillery, I mean, I've been doing so much better with the Skaven. The only thing with the vampires is they don't have any, they lack any ranged units, but they do have some decent heroes. Yeah, with the Skaven, I would say build up your forces a bit before going out.
Nothing lives.
I think I'm just going to raise these guys. They don't have that much left.
My power strength grows.
But yeah, definitely build up your forces first as the Skaven. Now I played as Skrulk here. Queek and the Mortal Empires campaign starts somewhere out here. He also does it for the regular Vortex campaign as well. But I've heard for Mortal Empires especially, he's like in a bit of a pickle between all the different factions that are around him. So for Queek, he's considered very hard in the Mortal Empires campaign. But yeah, don't use the low tier infantry for the Skaven. It's just they don't do very well.
My eyes gone, but I see.
Another thing about the Skaven is they have this food mechanic here. So that's why you'll notice that these two settlements I just sacked and razed instead of taking them over. Because for each settlement you take, you'll notice it has the settlement upkeep. So each settlement costs 1 food and each army costs 1 food. Oh, yep. I was just talking about what you asked. Yeah, for the Skaven, you don't want to hold a whole bunch of territory. I mean, if you do, you can go to... Once you have a province, you can do what's called the exploitive planning. What are these called again? Commandments, yes. You can do this commandment, but you'll notice that it only generates 2 food. So a province that has 3 settlements is ultimately still going to be a -1 food. Yes, because the food, not only is it good for that, but once you go into a battle, you can have you can spend food to create what are called the Menace Below, or use the Menace from Below spell. Well, I'll show you. Let's get some guys over here. But pretty much it creates a big group of clan rats that you can use. Hey, this can finally boost up. You get a group of clan rats that you can make with that spell, but you have to use food before you enter the battle to use it. Also, this siege over here, was that one of my provinces? I think it might be. Also, another important thing that I'll point out before, well, I know you're not getting it till Christmas, but once you do get Warhammer and all that, this camera settings up here is very important, especially for Mortal Empires, because you'll want to go through the allied faction, enemy factions, and neutral faction settings, change all of those, because when they start off, they're all like medium and normal speeds, and it just makes the turns so slow. But once you turn it to some different settings, it definitely helps. Ah, okay. Yeah, the food is what's used to create those guys, and then it's also used for a few other things. So you generally start in the middle, and then for each food level that you go up, it helps growth, and it also helps leadership and public order. No problem. Yeah, there's I mean, for Mortal Empires, you have 10 factions, something like that, maybe more, that you can choose from. And I think more with once Norska's released, or re-released now. And yes, these guys are attacking my little settlement there. Okay, can I move you there? Almost. Will you be close enough to attack? Oh, that's a weird looking thing. What's going on here?
Invader things attack.
Okay, that's not a good sign for my graphics card. Yeah, that should not be happening.
The lair is doomed.
Also, apparently once you stop that... Okay, why is that happening? I do not like that graphical thing going on right now. I would check and see what the temperature is on like my graphics card and that sort of thing, but I actually don't have that on this version of Windows, because I use two different versions of Windows. I use Windows 7, which is what I'm using right now, for a lot of these things, and then some of the other things I use on Windows 10. And of course, the thing I use for monitoring my graphics card heat is on Windows 10. So if I die, my graphics card died. Alright, let's move this guy into a normal thing. And if I just move and attack the enemy failed spot, okay, whatever. Let's do that, and then let's attack.
Warlord.
Yes, Warhammer is a very graphics intensive game. If I change something in... Let me see if I can change it now. Okay, so it was not
Horned one.
the textures. It's also only happening with the Warlord. Huh. Oh yeah, I actually didn't mean to hit Gamble again, because when you hit Gamble, I think it potentially takes away your power reserves. I think? I don't know. I haven't messed around with the Gamble mechanic enough, but like in my main army I don't have any units that use magic anyways, so right now it doesn't matter, so I'm not even too concerned with that. Most of the time though I just generally let it go with how it starts. One of these days I'll actually mess around with Gamble to see what all its effects are. And apparently it's not letting me change my settings again. What the hell? Oh wait, no, yes it is. Never mind. It just looked that way. Okay. VFX, no. Textures, no. Texture filtering? I thought I had this at 2x. Okay, it wasn't that either. Porthole depth of field unit detail. Let's just set this down a bit. Did that fix it? That might have fixed it. Okay, so that seems to have fixed it, whatever it was. So I don't know what it was about being a high level of detail there. And if I change it back, will it go back? Let's see. Or what if I just raise it to ultra? Let's see. Oh, it won't. It'll go down, but it won't go up. Okay, well, whatever. Cancel changes. We'll just do it like this for now.
Storm vermin. Death runners. Dawn running. Now, ready now. Warlord. Warlord. Plague Claw catapult.
Alright, let's see what we can do. So we got him in an ambush here, which gives us a little boost to, or at least a little surprise anyways for him.
Reptile thing. Yes, fight. Good, yes, yes.
Now unfortunately the Warlord, the Skaven Warlord, isn't a very good unit. You'd think he would be in hand-to-hand combat, but he only brings a couple better stuff, or like a little bit better equipment with him.
What orders? Very good, master. Warlock engineer. Warlock going. Ready, steady, doom. Quick, fast. Good, fine. Scream with.
Also, one thing you'll notice when using the Menace from below, there's that little circle icon that goes along with it. You want to have that circle over the enemy units, because that does a little bit of damage when it hits those units.
Warlock. Agree, Rick. Night runners. Die, lizard scout. Warlord. Get them! Play clock, Overhaul. Ready! Warlock engineer! Of Scary Grace! Channeled and charged!
In hindsight, the way I used my Storm Vermin Sword and Shield guys wasn't a very good idea, because they kind of got swarmed, but oh well.
Mighty Warlord, baby! Storm Vermin! Run, skitter! Srik! Skren Rika Bokrek! Warlord! Storm Vermin! They slayers! Now you die! For the Vermintide! Slayers! Attack! Charge! At once! Yes, go! For the Valentine! Fight! Die, reptile! Oh, dagger stab! Clan rats! They run! Yes, yes, yes! Must have fear! Guide us, horned one! Skaven! Yes, yes! What? Die! Stole vermin! Magic's ready! Big priest! Time thing over! Ready, steady, doom! I'll tail yours! Should we run? Stab attack! Listen! Rocky Judge! Night runners! Fight attack! Hard luck! Shooting! Warlord! They flee! We run! I want business! Now bow! Guide us, horned one! Yes, fight! Kill! Warlord! Stand back! Warlock engineer!
Yeah, a lot of the dinosaur units for the Lizardmen, the problem that they present, not this one, but a lot of the larger units and the cold ones and even the Saurus units, is once they receive a lot of damage, they go into what's called Rampage, which instead of breaking off, they just like become uncontrollable. Come on, show me the Rampage. So yeah, it really doesn't say much besides Rampage, but They pretty much become uncontrollable, and then for them to actually break, it takes a lot of work. A lot more work than other normal units.
Storm burning. Lord of Skaven blight. Warlord.
So yeah, whereas the Skaven can fall apart on a whim, especially their lower tier units, the mid tier like Sauruses and that sort of thing will just go into a rampage. And there was a little bit of a bug as far as controlling them. I think things are a little bit better with that bug, where they wouldn't follow orders correctly. There were also some issues that I've noticed with using skirmish mode. For one reason or another, that seems to make things weird as well.
Should we run? They flee. Counter we run. They spot the enemy. Attacks us all.
Alright, we might almost be done here.
God kill.
And there we go. Yeah, I know Creative Assembly has actually been pretty good about working to keep people informed on, especially Reddit, about what's going on with the bugs and that sort of thing. So that bug has been acknowledged, and several other bugs that exist. Alright, what to do with you now? You're using more elite units. So, we got Storm Vermin, Rat Ogres, ooh, and my artillery as well. We'll do that for now.
Yes, yes.
I should probably add some Rat Ogres to this guy's army. Oh, but I'm kind of running low on funds too.
Guide us, haunted
I'll
one.
do 2 Warp Fire Throwers. And where are those Rat Ogres? 2 Rat Ogres. And then I'll probably add 2 Warp Lightning Cannons. They won't really have much in the way of ranged units, but they'll be pretty useful. Okay, see you soon, Tim.
My eyes gone, but I see. Stench of others, too strong. Gracie. We must spread our own corruption. Get your paws off.
Have I done that? I have not gotten the thing for the oppressive plans yet. Okay, I should probably work on that then.
Many kills today.
Whoops, I just realized that I wasn't capturing the full screen. How long have I been doing that? Oh, hell. Yeah, I recently got a new monitor, so that might have caused some of the issues.
Chosen. Run, fools. Onward, diseased brethren. You reek of fear.
No, Itza, you've gone too far. You are going to die.
Clan Pestilens is all. This way. Scamper scurry.
Oh yeah, I should probably add a couple more units to this guy's group. Who's missing? We have 1, 2, 3. So he needs one thing of clan rats that I can't make for him right now. Oh hell. Should I just do night runners? Yeah, I'll just do night runners.
Silent killer, yes. Maragold. I lead.
Zahoatek. Did they just... I think they did just take that. Okay.
Let the bell scream. Rakatata. Seek out aid. Mach yourself. Clan Eshin, assassinating. Horned ones, realm wakens. Cold-blooded will die.
Alright, I should probably make this little Doom Engineer guy too. I don't know if I'm going to use him just yet. Although actually, now that I think about it, I could probably try to get him up to Tlaxclan to use him there.
More kills, more power. Doom decay.
Alright, assassin dude.
Loyal to Clan.
We'll do that for you.
You're in Liber Bubonicus. As in kill many serpents. Hex attack. Slay murder. Turn them to rat fodder. Vile tide comes. Destroy them all. Kill for me, ratkin. Spears. What? For the Vermintide! I see Overhaul. Grey Seer. A warp lightning cannon. Skaven, yes.
Oh, I missed a chance to test out that gamble thing. Oh well.
Saints are barons. Our tale's yours. Snitch's apprentice. Council's command. Forward or backward. Master kill.
Oh, what the hell? You were working fine for me earlier, doing warp lightning on there. Now you're not letting me do it. What the hell? Yep, just of a smaller settlement that happened to have walls on it. It's probably something that I could have auto-resolved, but for the most part, auto-resolving with the Skaven is kind of a problem right now, because so much stuff kind of leans against them. But I don't know, I probably could have done it because I had, well, overwhelming forces compared to theirs. And, you know, it was just, and I have some decent units in this army as well. But I figured fight it. Yeah, for Skrulk, you pretty much fight the Lizardmen for the most part, starting off. You have the option of fighting some vampire factions as well, but I find that vampires are actually kind of easy to ally with. So I've ended up allying with the vampire coast. Come on, little Saurus guys. Okay, you're falling apart. Good.
Tails forward. Fight! Silence, kill killer. Quick, quick!
Alright guys, open up the way so my little assassin here can get to him. Also, for whatever reason, I'm having lower FPS in this battle now. I think my assassin just kicked one of my clan rat guys.
Skitter and leap! Right, sorry, yes! Action slingers! Horn rats will! Shut up, Eve! To the verming tide! Onwards! Now, move! Fight, attack!
Almost got them. And they are shattering there. And that might be it. Yep. Alright, does this place have 5,000? I guess I'll take it. And then next turn I'll wipe it out.
Gracie. Settle camp here. Camp in filth.
Alright, what else to do for this guy? Crack's Call. It's a wind spell. And Skitter Leap. Hiding. Interesting.
Grey harbinger of doom. Faithful servant of decay. Silent killer, yes, yes.
Alright. Oh yeah.
Inventor, yes,
My little guy here. Get him moving along.
this nest tide rises.
And probably pretty soon I should have Skrulk go out to do his next little thing for the Liber Bubonicus. Star Tower thing. What do I want you to do? I have no idea. Maybe I'll have you work on a slave wheel as well. One bad thing about the Skaven is that they don't have a real good economy. They can trade with other races. As I said, oh, looks like Hexawaddle took over Itza there. Well, now I'm going to have to declare war on Hexawaddle, probably. Call to arms. Never mind, my ally. These Beastmen dudes are already doing it for me. I generally do episodes every... Well, I've been doing streams lately. So I've been streaming 3 times a week. I do it Thursdays, Sundays, and Tuesdays. For a period of time, I thought I was going to go down to just... Because I've been posting generally 3 episodes a week for the past year on the channel. I thought I was going to have to go down to 2 streams a week, but I think for the most part, streaming takes up less bandwidth than doing a full episode. Because I've noticed that, at least the things that I've looked up, it seems like it's less. Because, you know, I'm on lovely Comcast internet, so whenever, well, I have like a terabyte of data that I can use per month. So, always got to try to meander around that. Alright, time to take out this little place.
I am the Blade Lord. Time to attack. My power strength grows. Great victory. Good.
Yeah, right now, my streams have generally been lasting about 2 hours. So I'm at an hour 30 right now. So not too much more that I want to do here, except for probably do Skulk's last little legendary lord battle. But I gotta heal up his army. So let's see. I gotta heal you up too. Get you back to friendly territory.
This is dark omen.
Let's see. Suppose I could probably do that as well.
Engineer. Night runner.
Yeah, this is my 5th episode for the Skaven. Let's see. What do I want to do next? Spread rot and decay. Well, we'll do that one.
Skaven Warlord.
Oh, you know, I did rat ogres. Oh wait, no, I haven't had the chance to take this guy fully into battle yet. That's why. Never mind. I was thinking I haven't had the chance to use the rat ogres yet, but I forgot. I only did a brief battle with this guy. Actually, since you're growing now, we'll demolish that, we'll build defenses. Now, Tim, do you have any other questions on Warhammer races, whether they're New World ones that are in Warhammer 2, Old World ones in old Warhammer 1? Anything like that? Let's see. I've done the Lizardmen faction for the Vortex campaign. And then I've done some of the other factions back in Warhammer 1. From here, after I finish this Skaven Mortal Empires campaign, I'm probably going to... I don't want to do that just yet. Once I'm done with the Skaven Mortal Empires campaign, I'll probably... I'm hoping that Norska will be in for Mortal Empires and I can do that then. That's really what I'm thinking of doing next. Enriched Warpstone Dust. Augment area. Duration 14 seconds. Badly mutated. Awarded through a loyalty dilemma, or forbid further experiments. Let's do badly mutated. That looks pretty good.
My eyes gone, but I see.
The dwarves are some really awesome ones. The only bad thing about the dwarves is they don't really have cavalry. They do have helicopters though, so that can be interesting. Or gyrocopters as they're technically called. Orcs are an interesting faction altogether because they have fightiness. Beastmen kind of share that as well. Beastmen are an interesting group as well. They don't really have anything that stands out on their own, but I mean, they make some good units. They have a couple decent monsters with like their Cygors, which are like an artillery monster.
Move your tails. Ready. Contract the taken. A true disciple. Let's tails move.
Alright, what else did I want to do here? I have these volatile plans. Well, let's do that. And hopefully Skulk will be very close to being healed after this turn, so I can finally send him out to do his next mission for his legendary item. And I think the Liber Bubonicus is the last thing that I need to get for him.
Not let my lack of eyes fool.
They also want me to join the war against Lothern. Well, not yet. Alright, night Tim. Thanks for watching and thanks for the subscribe. See you later. Hope you get to see some of my other streams here. My timing is generally around 11 p.m. Central is when I do a stream most of the time.
Decay and die.
Alright, one more turn for Skulk to heal up fully. Transiform, you are ready to go. So let's get you towards Tlaxtlan as well.
Move, tails. Most masterful of masters. You're in Liber Bubonicus. Iota, scary move.
Steel technology, critical failure. Good. They don't need to get any more of my technology.
Who killed?
And you are ready to go, so let's have you assassinate this guy.
Assassinate.
Another success. Alright, Skulk, you look like you are ready to go. Let's see what sort of enemies. Zombies? This is actually going to be pretty easy, I think. Your army failed to spot an enemy ambush. They've launched a surprise attack, surely giving them the upper hand.
Kill, slay, fight now. Quick, get to my book. Ignore the dead things, fight them. Kill or be killed does not matter. Only Liber Bubonicus matters. First, get these corpses out of my way. Kill, slay, zombie summoners. Do as I bid. Clan Pestilens Supreme.
Alright, looks like we have our zombies coming from the right and from the front. And from the side as well. Okay. So let's group our forces up into a little box here. Alright, have my forces positioned. Ooh, I have some warp bombs here. Can only use it. Units is Lord or Hero. Hit points greater than 50%. Cannot target. Okay. Allies. Target ally. Can disrupt unit formations. Powerful weak. Sacrifice a weak unit to destroy foes. Okay. So we'll use these clan rats here as the sacrifice. As long as they don't completely fall apart here. Come on. Come on. Get damaged. Get damaged. Come on. Okay, I'm just not entirely sure how that's supposed to work.
Pestilens abound! Black death! Choke things! We breathe, we come. Warlock engineer! Ready! Suffer the clean! Spells of blade! Ashen slingers!
Alright, one lord is down. And this is definitely one battle that gets to the FPS. Let's just pause for a moment to look at all of this massive hordes. So we have zombies with the zombie dog things. And over here, we have all our storm vermin facing off the horde. And it looks like we're underneath something big. This game does get beautiful at, well, a lot of times. Come on, you guys. Grr.
Ready? Ready? We must all die! Machine slingers!
Let's see how that little Doom rocket goes. It actually seemed to work pretty well there. Alright. Plague monks and assassin dude moving. And they're crumbling, which is a very good sign. He tried to save himself with a spell there, but it didn't seem to work. Uh-oh. Now what's coming for us?
Look, see, they run. Blade claw, catapult. Faster, scurry.
I don't want to position all of my forces necessarily to face it, because there is a chance that they could end up having more come from the sides.
Smell musk of fear. Our tails yours. Then fly us, old one. Onwards. Assassin. Move tails. Now move.
Also, look at all those dead rats that litter the ground. It's like a really bad rat trap went off.
Quick, quick. Minus one.
Well, are they just gonna stay out there? Alright, I want to say that this is probably the last little bit, so I think I can form up my forces and attack them. Of course, I'm almost gonna win this anyways by default, once that timer runs out. The necromancer is disintegrating. We might have this. Oh, we do. Close victory.
Clan Pestilens will rule.
Got the Liber Bubonicus now. Excellent. Alright, so that will probably be it for this episode. What to do from here? A good question. Well, what do I want to give Skrulk here? Let's see. Those are my artillery, so we'll do that.
Skrulk cares not. Not as pestilent as some. The council's voice.
Oh yeah, I want to get you closer to Tlaxclan. Get you closer. Assign skill points for this guy. Okay.
Loyal to Clan. Clan Pestilens is all.
And it looks like Skrulk's whole army is re-healed there. Nice. Alright, it looks like most of our forces are pretty much set up to move on to Tlaxcalan in the next episode. We'll also probably work to finish off the Lizardmen from this continent. Then where do we go from here? A very good question. I'm not entirely sure. We have options. We could attempt to continue on here, eventually get in and attack the High Elves. If we don't do that, we could try to cross the sea, meet up with Clan Moors, which is over here. Try to get Queek to join us if he hasn't been destroyed yet. And oh, we got options. Alright folks, see you in the next episode. If there's anything you want to say, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. And if you like the video, give it a like. Alright folks, see you in the next episode.